Hi folks, this is Yasir Saeed and welcome to my channel Learn English with Yasir. So today we're going to have a conversation regarding the IELTS speaking test, which is basically the speaking module, because there are 4 modules in IELTS, which is reading, writing, listening and speaking. If I'm not wrong, the 2 hardest ones are speaking and listening. And a lot of people have a very hard time in speaking English in a very fluent and natural manner. So don't worry, I'm going to give you some of the most proven tips and strategies that you may or may not find in other videos here on YouTube. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I remember back in 2010 when I did my IELTS examination, I visited the AEO office for my speaking module, which actually took place after 7 days of my writing assessment. Based on my experience, I actually got an 8-bank score in IELTS. And my proven tips are really going to help you to take your speaking to a whole new level. So here are the tips that you need to follow. Number 1, be confident. Now, I know it may sound a lot of strange when I say be confident. Yasir, what do you mean by being confident? By being confident, I mean just try to be natural. Try to be you. Relax. This is not an interview. Consider this more of a conversation with one of your old friends. In the exact same manner, whenever you enter the room of the interviewer, it's important that you have a smile on your face, be confident, take permission to enter. And I know this sounds a little bit basic, but I think if you have a strong foundation, only then you can move forward in the conversation. So first off, stay confident, relax, take a deep breath, have a smile on your face, just like I'm having a smile on my face. And look at the way that I'm talking to you right now through this camera. Talk as if you're talking to your old friend. And instead of giving the interviewer a chance, why don't you go ahead and start the conversation like, hey, how's it going? I'm Yasir Saeed. What's your name? I know this may take a lot of time to practice, but hey, you have literally built a very first strong impression. The interviewer is definitely going to get impressed by your skills. And at that very much time, you're going to hold their attention right from the beginning. The interviewer is mostly going to ask you about yourself, your name, what do you do, what are your hobbies, what do you try to do in your free time. Oh, and they will also ask you either for your passport or a computerized national identification card number. Here in Pakistan, we call it CNIC. I don't know what they call it in India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, or any other Asian country, or a country where you're residing right now. But you need to have an ID card with you as well, a government issued ID card. So when they come to the question of what is your hobby, try to stay away from the outdated textbook style answers that I keep on hearing time and again. What I do in leisure time. Oh, I watch TV. Oh, I surf the internet. Oh, I read books. All of these answers are valid. Never in this video have I been trying to degrade you with those type of answers. But they're outdated. They're old. They are textbook answers. You have to get out. If you want to score a high band in speaking, get out of the box, be creative, and be a little bit more modern in your thinking. So let's suppose when the interviewer asks you, okay, Yasir, what are your hobbies? What do you do in your free leisure time? Instead of saying, I just watch TV or I surf the internet, I'd say, recently the HBO has released their latest series, Westworld. I am really interested into science fiction. So in my leisure time, I watch those series. Or you can also say that I love reading novels. So I just finished Charles Dickens' Great Expectations. Wow, that was an amazing novel. It took me around 4 to 5 days and I spent around 4 to 5 hours every day reading that novel. It just uplifted my vocabulary. It was just awesome. So let's suppose if you want to talk about TV, don't be generic that you watch TV. Be a little bit more focused. Like you may say, oh, these days we have a new show at 11 p.m. on a leading news channel of my country. So I watch that at 11 p.m. every night with my family members because I believe that spending time with my family is the best investment that I can have. So let's suppose if the interviewer asks you, do you study or do you work? Basically, there are 3 logical answer to that question. Either you're studying, either you are studying and working with a part-time job, or you're not studying, you're not working for a part-time job, you're working for a full-time job, or you may be working for a part-time job. So basically there are 3 or 4 answers. There is no fifth answer to this question. You can't say I just sit home free all day and I do nothing. So let's suppose if you were to answer, okay, Yasir, what is your occupation? What do you do? So let's suppose if I'm a student, I would answer it this way. Oh, I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's or master's or my matriculation from the school. So in my particular case, I'd be like, I just finished my MBA from Lahore School of Economics and I'm looking for a good job. That's a very good answer. So in the second scenario, if you're working somewhere, for example, I'm working as a head of department for social media for a leading news channel. Here's, I would say, okay, I currently work as the head of department social media. I have around 8 to 10 years of internet marketing experience. And in my later time, I make videos on YouTube on how to improve your English skill. I have a dedicated YouTube channel on Learn English with Yasir. So these are basically the things that I'm taking along with myself. I have my YouTube channel and I have a full-time job that I take along. See, that's the second scenario. So the third scenario could be that I'm studying as well as I'm working. So I would answer it this way. Okay, Yasir, what do you do? I study. I'm currently pursuing my master's from Lahore School of Economics with their executive program, having their classes scheduled only on Sundays. And during weekdays, I'm busy in a job. I work as the head of department for digital media for a leading software house, and I manage all of their content. I manage all of their internet marketing strategies. That's a very good answer. So I just want you to be a bit more specific in the type of questions that you're answering. Don't simply rely upon age-old, outdated, obsolete answers. I watch TV. That's not a good way of maintaining a very good impression. I read books. That's very lame. I surf the internet. That's the most absurd answer that you can give to the interviewer when it comes to internet. What is exactly the thing that you do on internet? Do you watch Netflix? Do you watch YouTube? Do you watch video tutorials to improve your productivity? This conversation could last anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes or even up to 30 minutes, depending upon the level of understanding that is going on in between you and the interviewer. So it's important to maintain a positive body language. It's important to maintain an eye contact. Don't be like this. Don't answer questions like this, staring. Don't stare. Be normal, just like I'm looking at you. You can have a look somewhere else in the room while you're answering, if there is someone else in the room as well, because most of the times there are going to be 2 people interviewing you. So it's important that you divide the attention between both of these. Don't just look at one person. All of these things matter when it comes to speaking. And I would always suggest you to do one thing. Watch videos on YouTube for Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, and other motivational speakers. Notice the way they talk. Notice their body language. Notice their hand gestures, their movements, the way they talk, the way they have a high pitch sometime or a low pitch sometime, and the way they answer questions creatively. They have humor. You can actually talk about humor when you're having a conversation with the interviewer. Now, in order to recap, number 1, be confident. Number 2, relax. Try to act normal. Nothing's gonna happen. Don't worry. It's an interview. It's a conversation. Try to have it as a conversation. Number 3, maintain a positive eye contact. Number 4, don't answer questions with outdated answers. Just don't do that. Be specific. Give a reasoning as to why you surf the internet. Why do you read books? Why do you hang out with your friends and family members? Why do you cook if you love cooking? Why do you watch Netflix? Why do you watch YouTube? All of these questions ending with a why matter the most. Last but not the least, try to practice as much as you can. Watch videos as much as you can on YouTube and practice with a friend or family member and try improving your conversation. Make sure that there are no uhs and pauses. So let's suppose if the interviewer asks you, what do you do, Yasir? Don't answer like this. I work, I am, no. The moment you use I's and the pauses, which are all unnecessary pauses, you are going to lose not only your impression, but the score down the drain. So make sure you answer it fluently. You don't have to be very fast. You just have to be fluent. So let's have a conversation again. Okay, Yasir, what do you do? So I'm basically the head of department or social media at a leading news channel. And I've had my education from Lahore School of Economics. My total accumulated experience is roughly 8 to 10 years when it comes to digital media. That's all I do, and I love my job. It's very rewarding, it's very challenging, and every single day I get to learn something new because every day is a new day for me. So I'm pretty confident that if you use these tips, you're eventually going to be having a very good time when it comes to speaking. So which one of these tips was very helpful to you? How did you like this video? I really want you to comment in the section below so that I get to know the type of videos that you need from me and the expectations that you have. So far, I really enjoyed making this video. If you haven't yet, I just strongly recommend you subscribe to my channel, hit that bell icon so that you don't miss on any important videos that I upload in the future. And I wish you all the best for your upcoming IELTS speaking module. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.